Don't you dare say that I wanted everything to fall apart when it's hard.
No, she's getting rid of it. Oh, I guess the doors are open.
Yeah, they
What'd you get?
are. Sandwich, granola bar, juice, a pair of socks, and another pair of mittens.
Here, let's
Always
see.
gotta have mittens because they usually give you water, right? They give you
Let's have a
water.
look. Let's see what they give you.
They give you a
To
pair
show
of socks
everyone.
if you need them.
Oh, there
Right?
you go. Pair of socks.
Yeah, you always need socks because you can't get trench foot. Trench foot used to kill
Yeah.
military men back in the day. You get a pair of mitts if they fit.
What were you saying about the military men?
Military men were killed by trench foot back in the day.
Oh.
Trench foot used to be the fastest way to die when you were in the military because that's why they always said to always look after your feet every time we stop. I think I'm one of the, I can't remember. Tom Hanks was in that one movie, I think.
Saving
they always
Private
said-
Ryan?
I think so.
Okay. I'm not
And they
sure.
always used to say, like, anytime we stop, if you can take care of your feet, it should be the first thing you do because you don't want to get trench foot. It'll kill you. And it actually can kill you the fastest. What's that, Mikey?
With this guy?
No, that guy, the kid right there.
Oh.
He dropped at the parkade, and the parkade security didn't have naloxone.
Oh, it's well.
And
He's alive, though.
Yeah,
so.
he was with me when he
Thank
when he dropped.
Oh, no.
And I didn't have naloxone on me either because I was pretty upset about my son. And that week I just said, look, if you're going to go out and do what you're doing, make sure you're with somebody because I'm not going to be around and hanging around with naloxone this week because I was having too much of a time emotionally trying to make sure that everybody was okay when they would do down. Like, do it with somebody, don't do it alone, don't do it behind closed doors. Don't get yourself in trouble going into public places to do what you're doing so they don't kick you out because when it is that cold, you want to go to the mall, you want to go to the library, you want to go to the bus terminal. The places that do have washrooms that are available, you want to be able to go in there and utilize those places as best as possible with their policy and procedure, which is usually buying a coffee or whatever, to be able to be in there, be warm, and courteous to other people that go there. They took a lot of things out of our local Mickey D's because people were abusing, charging their phones. The paper was being left spread out. The TV wasn't even something that people were watching or being courteous of the other person that was watching it. So they took everything out of there. And
Oh, so they took the TV out of McDonald's?
they took the TV out.
Oh,
They don't
okay.
have the paper there, and they closed up all the plugs, so you can't even go in and charge up your phone unless you have like a
Well, they,
hand charger.
that's because the people cause too much trouble there.
Yeah.
Like, they're overdosing in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's too much of a, it's
Last summer, it was there was a couple. I won't say their names.
No,
but
no.
Every other weekend, it was one or the other that would drop in there.
2 weeks ago, I heard 2 people died. Is that true?
Yep.
At the McDonald's?
Not at McDonald's. One of them was this kid named Chris.
How old was he?
38, I do believe.
Oh, okay.
And the other one that's very, very close to my son and very, very close to me. I don't know what his last name is, like just like everybody else, but
Yeah.
Booster Stew.
Okay.
He died as well. Somebody said hot shot, but I'm finding that a lot of people are dying of being hot shotted, which it doesn't. I don't understand how someone can be hot shotted. Like if you do your own smash or whatever,
Yeah.
there could be something set up wrong. If you let somebody else do it, then definitely something wrong. I think the crystal meth has had some changes in it that may be causing why people are passing. They always want to say Benny withdrawal, but I found out that they got something called a mudslide.
What's that? I never heard that.
It's fentanyl
Yeah.
and crystal meth. If you put them together, it not straightens out. It extends the fentanyl. So you can put like a point of crystal and a piece of your down in there, and God forbid you could smoke that till the tina runs out. Tina has the same kind of effect as down does when it comes to the body. Like crystal meth takes all the juices out of your body, like everything that makes everything work without cracking you every time you move.
Yeah.
Where opiates do the same thing. It sucks all the life out of your bones. So when you don't have it, that's why people are walking bent over. Or for me, it's my knees. My knees get locked up.
Yeah.
But I was a figure skater for 9 years. I've had surgery on both my knees. It's been scoped.
Did you say you were a
Figure skater?
finger skater?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
You said finger skater.
Well, I don't.
Figure skater. It's okay.
Well, we all know I got this Mike Tyson list.
Okay.
We all know
You know
that.
what? I have.
It's no secret. We all know
I have
this.
a grandma's editor issue. When my grandma used to read the paper, and she would circle all the bad grammar and all the misspelling in it, and go, that tisk 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 moment.
Yeah.
And I have that. Now that I don't have my teeth and I have to get dentures, there's a lot of things that I say that don't sound like what I say. Like the last interview when I saw it, I sound like a chipmunk. I didn't realize I sound like a chip. Yeah, I'm not the only one that said it.
You think so?
Momma T, you sound like a chipmunk on the interview.
So
I said, what do you mean? Well, you got this little high pitched that doesn't sound like you normally. And I said, well, it has to do with my teeth.
Well, you had microphone on too.
Yeah, well, I sound like that on a voice messaging system too.
Okay.
Like on a
because last time I had the actual camera out.
Yeah.
This is just a cell phone.
Yeah, no, I found that it's not the only time. I used to live up in Sioux Lookout, and they used to have, my mom worked at Wawate newspaper, and my mom's boyfriend worked at Wawate radio. And
Wawa is
no, it's not Wawa. It's Sioux Lookout, Ontario.
Oh, I thought you said Wawa.
But the newspaper is called Wawate.
Okay.
So Wawate News and Wawate newspaper and Wawate radio. That's a Cree word for something, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's a Cree word for something. And I don't know what it is. But my mom worked at the Friendship Center and she worked at Wawate newspaper. So she used to put the newspaper together there as well as worked at the Friendship Center. So she got to meet a lot of people and find out a lot of interesting news that she could put in the paper. And then her boyfriend worked at Wawate Radio that just played songs on a general radio station. I don't know any of the radio stations here in town, so I would put it common too, but it's just the main little town. It's a very small little town, but it's 3 hours in off of Highway 17 when you're going to Dryden, Ontario.
Okay.
So you go 3 hours into this very long, straight highway,
3 hours long.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's weird because you just go 3 hours in.
But it's nice because it's right in the middle of nowhere.
But there is nothing.
Complete nature.
Yes, and there's nothing all the way out there. Like if you run out of gas, you're
done.
Luck.
You're done.
You're people out of luck. And there's a little place called Denarwick on the way in. It's just before Sioux Lookout. And it's an even smaller little town than Sioux Lookout. Sioux Lookout's kind of like Wawa.
Okay.
Where my daughter lives.
Okay.
It's just about as big, but they have a lot of the native people that come in from the dry reserve that stay at the train station.
What reserve?
There's a dry reserve.
What is? Oh, like no alcohol?
No alcohol.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So it's they come in from there and they sleep in the grass across from the main bar downtown. I can't remember what the name is. The Sioux Hotel is what it's called.
The Sioux Hotel?
Yeah, and right across the street is the train station. And like people from Pecanticum, people from Red Lake, Deer Lake, all those places, they'll come in, they'll travel in so that they can party it up with people that they know. And you can't, because you can't have alcohol on a dry reserve. It's very expensive.
But they sneak it in. The moonshine.
Well, they don't sneak it in. They have people who are family friends that put it in their suitcases, and they get a big bang for their buck for alcohol. But then they're killing a lot of people doing that too, right? Like, I'm not saying that a lot of people have died from that up there, but I'm sure they have. Like, there's been an excess of
alcohol.
I heard at 26 it was close to like $200.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but then you have to be able to get it. There's a little airport with one little plane that it's called Bearskin Air.
You know what? I can kind of visualize this because when I was younger, there was a TV show. It was Canadian, and it was called North of 60.
Oh, yeah.
You ever see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything you're saying is like it was in that TV show.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
That was my favorite show. When
they must have had like an army base up there or something, because where we lived in a trailer, and there were like a vast amount of trailers out there, but they only had like people live in the first 10 trailers going in, and then there would be like 2 more rows of trailers, and a lot of them, but they never put anybody like in the middle. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
on the edges of and the beginning of the trailer park, and there were a lot back then. And Chuluca's a little spread out. There's a high school there that has a restaurant that everybody goes to, and their grade school is split in 2.
You were hiding on me. I had to find you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have a rocking issue when I start to get sore.
That's okay.
I have to keep moving, or I'm like the Tin Man with no oil. I seize
You're
up.
a Tin Man with no oil.
Yeah, I do, because it makes it really difficult for me to move after. But yeah, like last night, that's what happened. I had gotten myself my daily regiment of my medicine, I'll just say, and I had put some in a ball pipe that had crystal meth in it before, and I didn't know that, and it was like it dried up, like whatever, and I didn't even smoke it. It was for morning.
Yeah.
And it was like it dried up. So when I woke up, I must have fell asleep putting on my pajamas. I always have to sit down because I have vertigo from having endocarditis before.
Yeah.
And I just remember waking up and going, oh my God, I was cold for number 1 for sitting on the floor. And then number 2, I was stiff as heck. I couldn't move. Every time I went to try and get up, I was crying and screaming. And then my daughter showed up because she heard I was there. And she just, she felt really bad for her dad. But
yeah, your daughter. Where's your daughter now?
My daughter's in Wawa, Ontario.
Okay. And how old is she?
Exactly 29.
29?
No, my Zachy would have been 29, 30 this year.
Okay.
And she's 3 years younger, so she'll be 27 this year.
You know what? Your son, I remember him. If it's the same person, I believe it is. Did he work as a chef at the Hooligans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew him. Yeah. He got
that job.
Yeah.
He said, Mom, if you would have seen me when I went for the job interview, you would have been really upset with me. But then at the end of the job interview, I got the job. But he said he used to smoke crack before.
Okay.
And I kind of ruined it for him when we lived in Brantford.
Yeah.
I knew a couple of people who had trap houses.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, my son is getting older. He's becoming a man. He had a couple of kids, so he feels that he can do whatever he wants without repercussion from me. I told him, nope. That is incorrect. If I find you in a trap house, it's going to be an embarrassing moment, but I apologize now because I'm only trying to keep you away from, the bigger and badder drugs, because you should just smoke weed.
Yeah.
And my husband used to smoke weed all the time, so I found I couldn't be a hypocrite and, and let it happen and go on the way I was without, telling him, that's fine, you can do that, but, when things start getting bigger and badder, I'm going to be the first one to say to you, don't do that. I don't want
Absolutely.
you to be,
Where's your husband now?
My husband's in Six Nations. He's
Okay.
remarried.
Is that Brantford?
Brantford. Yeah, Brantford.
Yeah,
And
Brantford.
he lives in Six Nations. That's in
Okay.
between Hagersville and Caledonia.
Yeah, in Hamilton area.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's actually like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's a really nice area there.
Yeah, it's nice there. They have smoke shops like on every corner. It is the biggest reserve in Canada.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
And their women will give you the up down.
See, I just don't know, so I'm actually
Yeah.
learning.
Well, that's good. It's always good to have a learning curve. But
I went to a bunch of powwows with Cheryl
Yeah.
when Shailene died.
Oh,
I was driving Cheryl around. We went to
Yeah.
She introduced me to a lot of powwows. I've never seen that before. It was so beautiful.
Yeah. A lot of people don't. They don't realize what they're getting into when they find out things, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I have so much on my mind because I'm going home, and people have said, well, I'll help you with the ticket. I'll get you some food cards, and my biggest thing is that I'm gonna go home. I think for a couple of extra days.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a medical withdrawal.
Just stay home for a couple of days?
Well, no, I'm gonna do a medical withdrawal into St. Marie.
Oh, okay, okay.
RBH, I'm sorry, RBH, but they're not the kindest to addicts up there.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you go to Sault Ste. Marie for your medical withdrawal, you say, right?
Yeah.
They going to secure your room?
No,
Your
you have to
apartment?
go into. Oh, here?
Yeah.
Oh, I had to get permission from them to leave, and I haven't really talked to Rhonda because I've been doing. I'm panicking because I haven't seen or heard from this girl since she said she was going to give me that ticket. And
Oh.
the one bus that I thought I would take would be tomorrow morning, and I can't take it if she's nowhere to be found or I can't get a hold of her. So I was stressing a lot this week about how I was going to get there, or where I was going to stay. They said they were going to put me up in a motel, and that didn't happen. I ended up with a lot of like dinner cards,
Yeah.
and then somebody told me about the 211 number, which is emergency funding for COVID. So if you're on the street and somebody's taken all your stuff, including your tent, you can call them, and they'll, within 2 to 5 business days, they'll approve it or not approve it, and then they call you to come over to the United Way and pick up 250 cash.
Okay.
And you do need identification for it. They just you can get photocopies from welfare or ODSP, and I think that will suffice enough for them
Okay.
to do so,
Well,
to pick up the money, right?
you know what? You look like you're getting tired.
I'm not getting tired. I'm actually not feeling well. I
Okay. Okay.
I want to call Stubbs. Oh, I'm going to call my buddy.
I'm just gonna take you home. Is that you okay with that?
Yeah.
Because I think you just need some. I took up
I don't
enough
need
time.
rest. It's not
I
rest.
took up enough time.
It's not even like that. I got to go home, put socks on, and come back down.
You're coming back downtown?
Yeah, I have to.
Why?
Because I'll be sick tonight, and I'll be sick in my room, and I can't do that.
Oh.
I have to do something about that. So I have to call my friend, and he'll give me something to go home with, so I can go home and relax.
Yeah.
But I see, like, that's what I
Are
was
you
saying.
still struggling with the?
Yeah, I'm not on methadone. That's why I can't do methadone and a top up with
There's a girl in Philadelphia. Her name's Amber. She says that when she does they call it methadone. Is that the proper word?
I don't even know what the proper. It's
Oh.
methadose now. It's
And
generic.
Amber says methadone makes her crave crack. Have you ever heard that?
No.
Okay, okay.
I know that people don't like to go on the nod when they're not in a stable environment.
Okay.
So I know that everybody that is on methadone, they smoke crack to keep themselves awake.
Okay, I
Yeah.
got. Yeah, that makes sense. So they don't pass out somewhere and get robbed.
Yeah.
I understand that. Okay,
Mhm.
okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and change my socks and
okay.
put on a sweater, and then I'm coming back down because I have to get something to go home with. And my friend said he would give me something, not fentanyl, but
Yeah.
it'll be something so that I can make it through the night. Cause
Okay. Well.
the withdrawals are really bad. Like it goes from sneezing to puking to almost shitting your pants and peeing every time you sit down, and you can't eat, and I cramp, so I do like this. My body like it has MS.
Yeah.
It starts to cramp, and I'm in severe pain, and I can't. I'm too much of a rough, tough cream puff, and I can't come down and work steps and give me something so I could go home with it, and then I could pay him when I got my money before I leave, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not even sure I should go home now. I should just call him and then walk home. It's sad to say I didn't want to do that, but
I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't.
if you would allow me just to make a phone call, and then I'll decide from there, because I don't want to have you drive out there and for nothing,
Yeah,
you
you can. I'll let you use the phone.
Yeah, I just want to call him.
Like I
and
said,
see
I took up enough time of you,
No,
so.
you didn't. I don't do anything else. This is all I do.
No, okay.
I'm fine with this. I'm inside of a warm place, and if it's only right there by Mary Street,
Yeah.
if I that way I pick it up and I would go home for the night. I mean,
No, no. Hey, it's not my business what you do.
No, I know. I'm telling you. It's
Okay.
not, I'm not. You're not forcing me to
Okay,
tell him anything that I
okay.
wouldn't already tell you. But
Perfect.
I would
Okay.
like to call him, and if he'll meet me at the liquor store, it's meth, and I don't like to do it a lot, but when I can't get the money to get the other stuff, I'll take some meth home and I'll smoke it every time I feel like I'm going to get sick, and it keeps me going until tomorrow when I can actually make money. Sundays is the worst time and place to make money for any woman downtown. So
Okay.
that's all I do.
Okay.
And I'll do.
Okay. I'm shutting.
And I'll be good with that.
Okay. Okay.